Try to take off with the guap, they gon' make your body flop. Is you feeling like a savage? Cause I'm feeling like a savage.
What up, guys? Welcome back to the Beard Bros first annual 33 for 33 series NFL's 2022 season predictions. Like it, subscribe to it, and make sure to press the bell for notifications for future series. Anyways, I hope you guys are enjoying this journey of the 2022 NFL season. It's fun. I enjoyed it so far. I'm enjoying it now. Do you guys have predictions of the Detroit Lions? If so, throw it in the comments. Let us know what your predictions are. Are you a Detroit fan? What's good with Detroit? They looked pretty hot last year. At the end of the season, Jared Goff just, got traded after signing a mega deal with the Rams like a couple seasons prior. So just a small rundown. The Lions had only released Trey Flowers. It saved them $10 million in cap. They signed pretty much with that $10 million DJ Chark.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Garrett Griffin, he's a tight end. Mike Hughes, he's a cornerback. Chris Board, linebacker. Jared Davis, linebacker. And Deshaun Elliott, a safety. They re-signed a few people. Josh Woods, linebacker. Josh Reynolds, wideout. CJ Moore, safety. Nobody really other than that's too important. That's pretty much the gist of it. And then now, their core, Hawkinson, St. Brown, Jared Goff, DeAndre Swift.
The two linemen they drafted, the last two.
The last two linemen they drafted.
Pinsol and whoever the other guy was.
I forgot what the other guy's name was. But nonetheless, that was their 2022 offseason for the most part. Just small predictions or small evaluation. What do you think of the Lions kind of heading into this season?
I want to say they're promising. I want to say they're up and coming, but the division is kind of two-sided, I think. There's two people in that division that are really good, I think, and I don't think they're one of them.
I like Detroit. I think they're going to be a little bit better than we think that they're going to be. Obviously, that will tell here shortly. I'm not going to say how much better. I'm just going to say I like them better than some other teams. Okay. I think you're right. Aaron Rodgers is an important piece to have. I think Kirk Cousins and the Vikings roster overall is a very good roster. But the Lions were hitting on all cylinders at the end of the season. They weren't resulting in all wins, but they were competing hard, putting up points. And to me, that's important. And so moving forward, let's jump right in. Week 1, season opener. They're at home hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. Who do you got?
I have the Eagles winning this game. I think Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, and the Slim Reaper are three guys that are very explosive, and they're going to show it this week.
I agree. I think that Philly's just a little bit of a better team. I know Jared Goff and them will be at home, but I think Philly has the potential of being a playoff team. And I think this is one of those games that they're able to go on the road. Season opener, you've had all offseason to prepare. I think they're able to go in and get a win.
Okay. And then they stay home to play the Washington Commanders.
Okay. I think these two teams are kind of similar in the sense like their defense ain't good on the Detroit side. And I don't know about the Washington's offense right now with Carson Wentz. Washington's defense really good. And I like Detroit's offense. So they're going to kind of balance each other out. It's probably going to come down to, who gets more stops or who scores more. I don't think that they're able to beat Washington, though. And I think Washington goes into Detroit and gives them a loss.
I have the Washington Commanders actually winning this game. I think they're run-heavy, obviously, with Antonio Gibson. I think Terry McLaurin's going to prove why he's a 5-year extension player. And that guy, Chase Young's coming off an injury where he's going to show why. Penny Sewell's not really that, or I don't know his name, whatever the lineman is they drafted, isn't as good as he is. So I think he's going to bully that kid.
Okay. Then they finally leave home, travel slightly northwest, I think, is Minnesota from Detroit. Nonetheless, they go to Minnesota to verse the Vikings and their division rivals.
I am really high on the Vikings this year. Minnesota's like middle of what we're gonna do, so I could talk about it a little bit. I like their team. I like what they got going on with keeping like Adam Thielen for as long as they've kept him. He's like the Amari Cooper of the Cowboys. He's there to do one job and one job only, and he knows his job. He's not gonna try to do more. He won't do less. He's that player. He knows Justin Jefferson's the guy, and I think it's kind of hard for the Detroit to beat this team this year.
I agree. I'm high on Minnesota. Simply like I mentioned earlier, Minnesota has a good roster. I think it's just too much for Detroit right now, and so they travel into Minnesota and they get a loss.
Okay, and then they come back home to play the Seattle Seahawks.
This is finally when they turn it a little bit. They verse Seattle at home in a dome. Seattle's not very good. Detroit's a little bit better. I think they finally get their first win against the rebuilding Seahawks.
This is one of the harder games that I've had to choose in this schedule, and I do have the Seattle Seahawks losing this game.
Okay. I thought you were going to give them a win.
No. I'm not very high on Seattle this year.
Okay, so then they travel out of town again to go to Foxborough, Gillette Stadium, Bill Belichick, Mac Jones, and versus the New England Patriots on the road.
I think Mac and Cheese gets the dub, and they walk out of there with their heads high. I think they're going to be sitting fourth quarter, and that's how I feel.
I don't know about all that, but I do have them traveling and losing against the Patriots. I just think being in
I thought you were going to say the Patriots are going to lose.
No, Patriots won't lose to the Lions, and I just don't think the Lions can go in and beat them. Moving forward,
it's a bye week. They have week 6 a bye week. I think that's what it is.
Week 6.
And then they go. We've done this one. They go to Dallas to play the Cowboys.
I had them winning this game.
I have them losing. Obviously, I don't know why.
Again, look, I flip flop. I'm back on the bye winners.
So then they go home to play the Miami Dolphins.
This is a better team, and that's it.
Yeah, I think Miami has a lot more weapons.
Like, Miami's just going to be too fast, I think.
Waddle,
like, they're so
Tyreek,
fast. Like,
Tua,
I'm excited to see how fast they are.
Gaskin. Even Gesicki's a fast tight end.
Yeah, so I think Miami travels north, but it's in a dome. So that's what I have to play a factor in is these teams are going to Detroit, but they're not playing outside, so it's different.
It's pretty
like
good.
It's like if Miami had to go to Detroit, it's the end of October, so it might be a little cold, but they're inside. If they were outside, then I'd probably give Detroit maybe a better chance. But right now, I just don't see it happening.
Yeah, I don't think so neither.
And then week 9, they verse their rivals of the Green Bay Packers at home. Who do you got?
Green Bay, man. Like I said, there's 2 teams of that division that's on the top, and I think them and the Vikings are fighting for first.
I agree. I don't think Detroit can go on and try to beat Green Bay even at home.
No.
Like, they just don't have enough, and it's just going to show once again.
So then it's halfway point. What do you got them at?
Halfway, I have them with 2 wins and 6 losses.
So I have them with 1 win and what is that? 7 losses? 8 losses? Wait. 3,
6.
7.
They had 8 games. 8 games.
Yeah,
so
1 and 7.
1 and 7, 2 and 6. All right,
So-
going forward.
So then they go to Chicago to play the Bears.
They go to Chicago. It's middle November. It's probably pretty chilly. It's an early game. Early for us. It'd be like 1 o'clock their time. But it's still middle of November. I think Chicago, with Justin Fields being outside, they're used to it. I think they're able to squeak this win out. Oh, wait, we did Chicago.
Yeah.
We've done Chicago. So I gave them a loss here.
I gave them a loss as well to Chicago.
Okay. So moving on, go to the next game.
Okay, then they go middle of November. They play the New York Giants.
Yeah, again, they're outside in New York, one of the colder places to play at this time of the year. But I think they also have a better team. I think they're a little bit better than New York. I think New York is going to be one of the bottom of the teams. I know I have Detroit right there now too, but I think out of the 2, I think Jared Goff, as bad as he's played outdoors, I think he's able to at least get a win here against just kind of a soft New York team. So I think they're on the road, but they get the win.
I actually have them losing to the Giants. Any surprise here, guys?
No surprise here.
I'm not very high on the Lions.
So you think Daniel Jones and them are better than Detroit?
I think Kenny Galladay has a point to prove in this game.
Oh, so it's fantasy potential.
Yes,
pickup?
if you want, no, never mind. I'm not gonna say that because I don't want anybody coming at me. But I think Kenny Galladay is gonna go crazy.
Okay, I mean that's still a prediction.
It is, but it's a soft prediction.
Okay.
Short
So
week.
then, short week, Thanksgiving, I believe.
Yeah,
They're hosting the Buffalo Bills at home. Who do you got?
easy one. Buffalo. We already did it, but Buffalo.
Oh, yeah, we did do Buffalo. Okay, I have Buffalo winning this too. So then after that, they have a bit of a long stretch of like 10 days or whatever, 11 days off. They travel back. They stay home, actually, to host the Jacksonville Jaguars. Who do you got?
I have the Jacksonville Jaguars winning this game.
Oh, wow.
I think Trevor Lawrence and that running back from Clemson they have kind of.
I don't remember his name.
I don't remember his name neither, but
Okay.
Travis something. I'm pretty sure his last name starts with the L. But yes, they take the W in this one. I think they're going to be
Trevor Lawrence and Travis something?
Travis.
L?
Oh, it's Tenny or something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, I think they have a little bit of a show out.
Okay, so you give Jags a win, Detroit loses. I gave them, that's exactly what you did. Okay.
What did you do?
I gave them a win, Detroit, and
Oh,
Jags
okay.
a loss.
Well, you never said anything. I was
No,
first.
I
I was first.
No, you did Buffalo.
No, I did
don't remember.
New York, and then you did Buffalo, and then you did Jags again because we did Buffalo. So you went twice. You know,
It don't matter. Yeah, I gave Jags a loss.
Jags lose or
Jags lose.
okay.
Detroit wins at home.
Okay, then they stay home. It's a 3-game homestead, and they play the Minnesota Vikings.
And they go 0-2.
I agree.
Again, I just don't think Minnesota is going to allow Detroit to beat them this year.
I don't think so neither. I'm gonna keep saying it. I think they're top 2 teams in that division.
Yes.
So it's your turn, right?
Oh, yeah. So now they travel back to New York to versus the New York Jets. Who do you got?
A lot of teams we've done so far play the Giants and the Jets. It's kind of weird.
That just means that they're going to have a lot of wins and losses when we get there.
Yeah, New York Giants and Jets are probably done with their
Their
schedule.
season's probably already over.
Yeah.
It hasn't even started for us.
But I have the Jets winning this one.
You have the Jets on the road. So you have both New York wins on this one.
No. I don't have the Giants winning.
Yeah, you did.
I have the Giants losing.
You had
I
them
mean,
winning.
Yeah. I mean, I have Detroit winning this game. Sorry. I have them beating.
Okay, so you have the Jets losing to Detroit.
Yes. That's what I meant to say.
You just gave them both wins.
That's what I meant to say.
So
my
they
bad.
split in New York.
Yes.
Okay. They go 2-0. This is the only 2-0 season they're gonna have. It's in New York. It's gonna be like Houston Astros. They're 9-2 against New York teams. So right now,
So you haven't beat
Detroit's
the.
like, screw New York.
They're like, I wish I could play New York every day.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, they go and Jets are just not good.
Okay.
So I think at this point we'll know that, and so yeah, they lose.
Then they go to Carolina to play
Which
the
we
Panthers.
already did.
Yes, I
I
had them.
had Detroit winning.
I had the Carolina Panthers winning.
Oh, okay. And then we do Chicago, which
We already done.
I did Chicago losing to Detroit at home.
So I have Chicago winning.
So you have Chicago sweeping them?
Yeah.
And then you had, okay. And then finally ending the season in Green Bay.
They lose to Green Bay.
Yes, I agree. They lose in Green Bay final week. It's just Green Bay, Lambeau Field, middle
of
or the
January.
beginning of January.
January.
So I just don't think they'll have enough to be able to squeak a win out there. What's your final record? It's got to be like 4 and something.
2-11.
It'd be 2-15.
Oh yeah, 2. My bad. Fuck. I'm done with this team. That's how bad I don't like this team.
Wow. Well, as you know, I said that I like Detroit more than most teams, and I have them at 7-10.
That's not bad.
No, they're not a playoff team.
They're potentially
But they're
good like
not.
next year.
Exactly. I think they got a lot of good pieces. I'm going to say this. I like Jared Goff, but he's not the guy. He's good when they're in the perfect scenario or they're versing New York. But
Who did they beat? That was set. You got Cowboys.
I got Cowboys was their best win of the season, obviously, right? On the road, in Dallas, whatever. But then I have Seattle, another win.
Okay.
New York, Jacksonville, Carolina, and the Bears. One-time Bears.
I mean,
At home.
They could potentially win some of those. I think the Jacksonville's a toss-up. The Giants,
The
the
Dallas
top.
game is a toss-up, but I gave my reasoning the other day about why Dallas loses to them.
Yeah, I
They're
agree.
off a bye.
I agree. There's some more wins that could happen on my screen, but they
Because
didn't.
who'd you give your 2 wins to
Jets.
Chicago and Seattle?
Seattle and Jets. That's who they beat.
Gosh, if that's who they beat, then those 2 teams gotta really suck.
In my eyes.
Yeah, in your eyes. Because, like, right now I have, like I said, Detroit's not a playoff team. They're not even going to be fighting for a playoff spot. But at the same time, they're competing enough. And so I have them at 7-10. What do you guys have them at? Do you have them higher? Do you have them lower? If I were to be honest, I'm like you with Dallas the other day. This is the max. Like, I don't see them win.
Yeah.
Maybe they beat Washington. Actually, I lie. I think they could probably squeak out another couple wins.
Yeah,
And
they could probably beat Chicago twice.
They could probably beat Chicago twice. They probably could beat the Eagles and Washington.
potentially.
And then they could probably even beat, like, the Patriots on the road. Or they surprise, like, Green Bay because
or
it's,
Minnesota or somebody. You know that always could happen.
But solely, I don't think that they get
More than
into the
8.
playoffs. And then I know I don't see them losing more than maybe a couple.
But yeah, I don't see them winning more than like 8 games at the max.
Like,
but
I see them being no worse than like 5-12.
But there's always a
But
team that
I
you
think
have.
that's too bad for them.
See, I had to go 2-15 because there's always going to be a team that's like sorry. You
Yeah,
know?
but I think you're playing them as if they're like in a rebuild. Like
I
they're
feel-
like they're like worse than.
But
like,
I feel like they're going to be after this season because they're going to be like, Goff's not that guy.
bro, they have pieces, and I don't know. Like I said, I'm a little bit higher because of what I seen last year. Now again, it could go your way. It could go. I don't think it's better though. I don't think like they're gonna be potentially a playoff team.
No, then that just means their line's going great. Just DeAndre Swift's going crazy, and
Yeah, I mean, they would just have to switch 3 games. If they're 10-7, like say they split between, like they played Dallas's division, and they right now I have them at 2-2. If they squeak one of those Philly Washington games, that's an extra win. Maybe they split with Green Bay somehow crazy, or they get another win somewhere else, like they upset New England on the road. There's a few scenarios where they could, but I just don't think that they have enough.
it's rough.
What do you guys think? Hopefully you guys are playing along. I hope so. I hope you're enjoying this. Make sure to like. If you're a Detroit fan, put Go Lions. Who do we got tomorrow? Detroit, and then
I don't know.
I think it's Green Bay. It's Green Bay tomorrow, so their division rivals is Green Bay. So tomorrow, if you're a Green Bay fan, which I know a few, make sure to put in the comment section, what you think their record's going to be. Go through their record or their
Green
season
Bay.
and predict their record. And let me know what you think about Aaron Rodgers moving forward. Is he going to be MVP level? Are they going to be pretty good? Or are they going to be worse?
Ooh, that's
gonna be
that's a
interesting.
tough one, really.
So hopefully you guys like this stuff. I'm enjoying it. Welcome to the 2022 33 for 33 series. We'll catch you tomorrow. Till next time with the Beer Bros. Peace.